Thanks, Jim. This is Justin Stone from EliteBaseball.tv coming to you with the tip of the week. Before tryouts, and in this time of the year as we get closer to the season, I have youth parents asking me, when is the right time to play up with my son or daughter? So we're going to ask and answer some questions here today that can give you a better understanding of the benefits of playing up at a higher skill level or age, as well as the drawbacks that you need to question before making this decision for your son or daughter. And the first one is, what is the greater benefit of playing up? Oftentimes we know the speed of the game increases and we're going to get a higher skill level with stronger and faster players. But also keep in mind that for your son or daughter to get better, there needs to be development in mind. And as they continue to progress in the game, if they are one of the better players at their age group and have a chance or opportunity to play up, the only time I think this is very beneficial for a player is if they would play the same or similar role that they would play on their younger team. That means they need to be a difference maker. If we're taking the player that's batting third and playing shortstop on our 9U team, and we're asking him because he has the skill level to play on our 10U team, but he's playing left field and batting eighth or splitting time, this doesn't benefit the overall progress of the player in terms of his development. So this is something that you have to consider. Ask questions. Ask the coach, what is the particular role going to be for this team? A lot of times this comes in cases where there aren't as many players at a particular position. Catching and pitching are often the ones that come to mind. So if we have a player that can play up and be the everyday catcher and continue to succeed, and that's an important piece as well that you need to think about. Is my son or daughter going to be challenged yet still have success where we're not burying their confidence by playing them against an older level of competition that they're simply not ready for that speed of the game? Yeah, they may be able to handle the catching side of it, but if they can't catch up at the plate and we're burying their confidence at that point, it's not a beneficial move. They need to have some degree of success. Challenging is great. But at our 9U level, if we have that player that is dominating the competition and can still have success at the next level and be challenged, that's fine. But if we're doing it simply because we're trying to fill a hole on a team, and now we have a situation where they can't compete as successfully at that level, and it goes beyond challenging them, where we're actually putting them in a negative mindset and they're questioning their love for their game, they're questioning their ability, we're doing more to their psyche in a negative way than we are doing to benefit their development. And the pitching side comes to mind as well. That player may be able to pitch up on that team, but are they going to continue to be able to play the position and work in different aspects of the game? Because we know at 9 and 10, the primary position you have at that age may not be the same one that you're going to play at 16 or 17. And we want to be as well-rounded as an individual and a player as we can as we continue to climb the ladder. Are they going to get those opportunities at an older age group? So these are some things that you have to ask the question for to the coaches that are trying to make these decisions. A lot of times I feel like parents want the self-confidence for themselves, the bragging right to say, my kid's playing up. He's 8U and he's playing on a 10U team. Well, that's great. What type of team is he playing for? Would you rather play for a better team at a particular age group or a worse team that doesn't have much success, doesn't have as good a development, just to say that you play up? So you have to keep the goal in mind. Is this really for your son or daughter? Or is this for you as the parent? And hopefully as we answer that question, and you do so in a realistic way, we keep in mind that we're trying to do this for the best interest of our players, not the bragging rights of our families. And that continues to happen as players get older. They think, well, if I'm playing up, or I can put a particular logo of a team on my chest, that means my kid is being better, but in reality, it's more just a status check for the parent or the family. So getting back to the very bare bones of what we're trying to do in summer baseball, in spring ball for our youth travel players, we're trying to put them in a position where they can continue to develop, have success, and continue to enjoy the game in a well-rounded environment where they can continue to progress in a lot of different aspects of the game instead of being pigeonholed into one or two particular areas. So there's a lot of things that go into mind when you talk about playing up and when is the right time for you. And these are areas that we covered not just on the fundamental side of EliteBaseball.tv, but the mental side as well. Come check us out. We're free for 48 hours. And until next week, I'm Justin Stone, and we'll see you on the field.